Hey everybody, here Lazy Good Books. Hi, I'm Lazy Good. And today we're going to be on Chapter 7, Will. This is actually a short chapter. Will stood in the well beneath the Ford Explorer in his uniform, watching the oil drone. Will is seemingly doing his best to ignore Scott. Something easier said than done. Scott had been hiring him about the previous evening on and off since they'd arrived at work that morning. See, you were thinking about this all along, Scott continued, trying yet another take. He received 3 cans of oil and set them on the shelf beside him. There's a difference between hooking up and getting back together. Aren't we done with this yet? We would be if you had any sense, but from where I stand, it's obvious you were confused. Ashley doesn't want to get back together with you. I wasn't confused, Will said. He wiped his hands on a towel. That's exactly what she was asking. That's not what Cassie told me. Will set aside the towel and reached for his water bottle. His dad's shop specialized in brake repairs, oil change, turns up in front and elements, and his dad always wanted the place to look as through the floor had been waxed, and the place just opened for businesses unfortunately. Air conditioning hadn't been quite as important to him, and in the summer, the temperature beneath between the Mosov and the Serena, he took a long drink, finishing the bottle before trying to get through to Scott again. Scott was far and away, and the most stubborn person he'd ever knew. The guy could seriously drive him nuts. You don't know Ashley You don't know Ashley the way I do. He sighed, and besides, it's over, and I don't know why you keep talking about it. You mean, aside from the fact of Harry don't meet Sally last night because I'm your friend and I care about you. I want you to enjoy the summer. I want to enjoy the summer. I want to enjoy Cassie. So go out with her then. If only it if only it was the easy see that's easy. See, last night I suggested the same thing, but Ashley was so upset that Cassie didn't want to leave her. I'm really sorry work out. It didn't work out. Scott didn't describe. Yeah, I can tell by the point the oil had drowned. Will grabbed the cans and headed up the spirit of the steps while Scott stayed low to replace the plug and dump the used oil into recyclable oil. As Will opened the can and set the final, he glanced at Scott below. Hey, by the way, did you see the gal who stopped the fight? He asked the one who helped the little boy find his mom. It took a moment for the words to register. You mean the vampire check in the cotton shirt? She's not a vampire. Yeah, I saw her on the short side. Ugly purple streak in her hair. Black fingernails polished. You poured your soda over her, remember? She thought you smelled. What? I'm just saying, he said, reaching for the pan. You don't notice her experience her expression after you slammed into her? But I did. She couldn't get away from you fast enough. Hands, you probably smiled. She had to buy a new shirt, so Will added the second can. I don't know. She's just spreaded me, and I haven't seen her around here before. I report. So, the thing was Will wasn't exactly sure what he was thinking about. The gal, particularly considering how little he knew about her. Yeah, so was pretty. He'd noticed that right off this the purple hair and dark mascara. But the beach was full of pretty gals. Not was nor was it the way she stopped the fight in its tracks. Instead, he kept coming back to the way she treated the little boy who'd fallen he'd glimpsed. A surprising tenderness beneath her rebellion's exterior, and it had plagued his constantly. She wasn't like Ashley at all, and it wasn't that Ashley was a bad person, because she wasn't, but there was something specifically Sibba refers to the Sibba refresco about Ashley, even if Scar didn't want to believe it. In Ashley's world, everyone and everything was put into neat little boxes, purple or not, expensive or cheap, rich or poor, beautiful or ugly, and he'd eventually grow tried to her shadow, value, judgment, and her inability to accept or advocate anything in between. But the gal with the purple streak is her hair. He knew instinctively that she wasn't that way. He couldn't be absolutely sure, of course, but he'd bet on it. She didn't put others into neat little boxes, because she didn't put herself in one, and that struck him as refreshing and different, especially when compared with the gals he knew as any, especially Ashley. Through things were busy at the Georgie, his thoughts kept defacing back to her more often than he expected. Not all the time, but enough to make him realize that for whatever reason, he definitely wanted to get to know her a little better. And he found himself wondering there he would see her again. Thank you to come to Lacey Good Books. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 7, Will. Next week we're going to be on Chapter 8, Wania, a.k.a. Miley Cyrus. If you're new, welcome in. I do welcome newcomers. And just be if you love to read, explore my booktube videos and other fun stuff we do. I do have a book family that you are honestly falling in love with. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. The next video, it will be a TikTok video. So, thank you very much for coming. And I do have a book family that you guys should honestly enjoy. Thank you. Peace out, my peeps.